Woo! 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 Whoa! The Buffalo Sabres. I've already flipped out once. I'm going to flip out again. Have won their first playoff round since 2007. Spanking the Bruins in their own barn, the TD Garden, going 3-0 in their barn, by the way, in this series. Spanking them 4-1. And I'm just going to say it right now, a couple things before we get to our sponsors. All hail the Lion King. Benny the Brat, for me, is my MVP forward. He absolutely drove the Bruins, the big bad Bruins, the much tougher Bruin hockey team, nuts this entire series. And how about Alex Tuck just absolutely being an animal this entire series? And how about my co-host there hammering down a beer saber again for the first time? That might be the first beer saber drink in a round. We'll just say in round two.
Yeah.
In 14
I mean,
years or more, since 2007.
I've had 4 of them since we've clinched, so I'm kind of in one right now. Having a good time out here at the LA Sabres backers. I was in Buffalo, as people know, for a week and a half. Was fortunate to get to all 3 home Sabres playoff games. Got back out here to LA, and like you said, we'll get to the sponsors, but what an unbelievable game. What an unbelievable performance from so many guys on this team, namely Alex Tuck, namely Zach Benson. But yeah, as you said, first time in 19 years.
It's insane. And I'll tell you right now, Johnny Lazarus, I'm talking to you. Get ready to get a tattoo, bud, because this team's going all the way. You get ready to get a tattoo. And yes, we will get to our sponsors here. Shout out again to Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from at 7 different Western New York locations. If you need to get a beer, if you're looking for somewhere to celebrate the Sabres advancing to the second round for the first time in 19 years, you need somewhere to celebrate, get over to Fatty Beer. All their locations in Western New York. They have a location in Rochester, a location in Ohio. If you're a Sabres fan in Ohio, go celebrate a Fatty Beer. One of the best spots, again, to celebrate a Sabres win with your fellow Sabres Warpath wagoners at Fatty Beer. I've already lost. I already came into this with a lost voice.
I mean, I lost my voice. I lost my voice 3 times in the past 2 weeks.
Well, I lost my voice a few nights ago. We were in Las Vegas, as some of you may know, for my work sales rally for me, and they actually put on a private concert for us by Sublime a couple nights ago. It was insanity, and I lost my voice during that, but nothing could stop me from celebrating and screaming my fucking head off tonight. Shout out to Extreme Discount Mattress, Western New York's finest selection of mattresses and adjustable beds, featuring the Cool Gel Memory Foam, 2-sided mattress, Tele-Latex, Organic Mattress, Chatham Wells, and of course, Scott Living, all for 1/3 to half the supposed sale prices anywhere. Stop into their 7 locations across Western New York, or check out their website, extrememattress.com. If you're looking for more savings, check out their new closeout center at 1625 Walden Avenue in Cheektowaga, with up to 80% off their already low prices. Save a fortune on one-of-a-kind closeouts and floor samples. Get a quality mattress for literally pennies on the dollar. Extreme Discount Mattress. We sell mattresses for less, a lot less. And remember, if you mention you're a fan of 2 Goalies, 1 Mike, you get yourself a free mattress protector with the purchase of any mattress from Extreme Discount Mattress. And, of course, Impulse Physical Therapy, Western New York, located at in Depew, New York, on Broadway, Suite 100, right next to the Catalyst Fitness, 5087 Broadway. They have a 5-star staff, 5-star facility. If you got hurt at work, on the field, on the ice, slip and fall, whatever it might be, Impulse Physical Therapy of Western New York has your back. They're currently working with me to get me back on the ice after a very traumatic leg injury that I suffered at work myself. So I can't express enough. Go talk to Alex Peters and his staff. They will take care of you. Let's get back to the game, though. Hurls, obviously you were out for the game at the Sabres backers bar. I think it's Busby's, you said, right?
Confirm Busby's, yeah.
Confirmed Busby's. So, I mean, just the vibes there on the other side of the country where I happen to be like 24 hours ago.
I mean, we have about 100 people here, which has been incredible. This is a Bills bar that we go to for Bills games. And for Bills playoffs games, we get about, I'd say, close to 250, 300 people. It's a devoted following every single week. And for those same people and also different people that are just fans of the Sabres to show up for these playoff games, I wasn't here for the first five, but even tonight, it's been really cool to see. People are really showing up for this team. They're coming out in droves. I don't care if you just started following 3 months ago. I don't care if you started following 3 years ago. This team deserves support from everybody. And it's really, really wonderful to see people celebrating what I believe is to be one of the greatest seasons in the history of the franchise, given everything that transpired with the narrative surrounding the drought and even what happened 2 months into the season, firing the GM, bringing Yarmo in, the 10-game win streak, the 39 9-5 end of the season. The vibes here are insane, and it is really cool to be a part of it because I've always been a really, really big Bills fan, but my heart and my hockey player mind has always lied with the Sabres. So to see the support here, especially out in Los Angeles, and also being home for the past 2 weeks in Buffalo, it's really, really cool. And I think in any way that you want to celebrate it, who knows how this thing is going to end. Winning a playoff series after the season that we just had to break the drought against an original six team that has the playoff experience that they did. I'm just looking at the bracket right now, seeing Buffalo advance is really fucking cool. It is really cool, and I think we all need to celebrate it however we want.
I agree, man. Anybody says who are overreacting, like, act like you've been there before. Fuck you. Fuck you. You haven't been what. And people just like the people who say that they don't even realize what this fan base as a whole, not just a Sabres fan base, but the Buffalo fan base has been through over the last like 20 plus years. You have no clue. We've been through a 17-year Bills playoff drought. We just ended a 14-year Sabres playoff drought. That's 31 years between two different teams of no playoffs. Yes, there was overlap, but that is insane. Insane for one single fan base to go through. Find me another tortured fan base. You can talk about the Jets, you can talk about the Browns, you can talk about them all. Nobody has done that between two different playoff major sports teams back to back. They just haven't. They haven't. And this is an incredible feeling. And there's no fan base that deserves this more than the Buffalo Sabres and the people of Buffalo. I want to give a shout out to Rakeem Davis, who had his super chats in before the show even started. Way before the show. What
That's
a
our
play
guy.
by Josh Stone to set up Benny for the game sealing
That's our
goal.
fucking guy.
On to round two. Can't wait. Another one. They're not ready for us. Whoever it is. Tampa, Montreal, whoever it might be.
I mean,
they are
the
not
best
ready for the Buffalo
the
Sabres.
best thing that could have happened tonight was Tampa winning that game. Getting that to Game 7 in Tampa. I personally, I've had this discussion online with people. I personally would much rather play Tampa. I think we match up better with Tampa.
100%.
I think that not having the fan element of Montreal is better for the Sabres in round two. Obviously, Montreal fans are well traveled. It's closer to Buffalo. They would not necessarily take over the arena, but there would be a presence. And I would rather play Tampa in round two. And also, given everything that's happened this season with 8-7 and all of the fights that have transpired, I would much rather play Tampa in the second round. Vasilevsky's Vasilevsky, but I don't necessarily think he's the same Vasilevsky as he's been in the past. And I really believe
Agreed.
that's a better that's a better matchup. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he had a shutout tonight, so maybe he's back on his game. I don't know, but
He made some incredible saves tonight for sure.
yeah, and like he's an incredible goalie, and he's the better goalie in that series. But I believe the Sabres match up better with the Lightning than they do the Canadians.
Couldn't
So
agree with you more.
that's what I'm hoping for. We'll see what happens. Now we can look forward, which is really fun. Thank God Tampa won tonight. They have a little bit more rest. Maybe that means Sam Carrick. Who knows what's happening with Noah Ostlund? Doesn't seem optimistic, but I believe this Sabres team is in for the long haul. They can get to the Eastern Conference Finals, whoever that may be. I think it's going to be the Hurricanes, but you never know. An upstart Flyers team could do it. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, but I'm excited at the outcomes of tonight. Going into tonight, obviously you wanted to win in Game 6 in Boston, so you didn't have to go to back to Buffalo for Game 7. And I wanted a Tampa win in Montreal to go back to Tampa for Game 7 to get that extra rest. This is one of the best nights in Sabres' recent memory. And on a Friday night, I can't imagine the vibes in Buffalo. Everybody go celebrate. Shout out to everybody that's followed along. This has been this has been a journey. This has been a journey for everybody involved, and I appreciate everybody's support.
Yeah, and like I said, it's I forget what the it was a quote from that movie Draft Day after he took Avante Mack. Sometimes the road most worth traveled is the most tortured one. And nobody has done that more than Sabres fans and Bills fans, or however you want to say it. And it's crazy, man. I'm getting so many text messages right now, Hurls, from like people that I've spoken to over the last 6 years since I started this podcast. Guys who've, felt bad, for us as Sabres fans, and man, and just like
Yeah,
everything we've been through, dude. It's just
you can feel bad, but like, what are we supposed to do, right? Like, we're born into it. Like you said on your call, like there's family involved. Like my dad had season tickets in the 1970s. Like you took your sister to a game. We were always going to be fans. You can't give up on the organization.
no, you can't.
You can't give up on the team. And I always enjoyed watching hockey. But at the end of the day, like winning means everything. And also winning changes everything. And I think we've learned that this season, with the talent that we've had and the combination of good goaltending and timely goal scoring, even as we saw tonight, it changes everything. It changes
It
literally
does, man.
everything when you get both. And they've gotten both off season and they got both tonight. And they won a game. They won 3 games on the road at TD Garden in Boston against a team that was unbelievable at that arena all season long. That tells you everything you need to know about this team. That's all it is.
And we got a lot of new. I agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more. We got a lot of new faces in the chat. Shout out to Doug. Skated circles around them boys. J Laz tramp stamp incoming from local evening news. Benson took McAvoy on a hayride and dumped him like a pile of manure. Again, I'm seeing like a lot of new faces. Almost a perfect closeout game. Let's fucking go. 12 to go. I mean,
12 to go.
It's
12 to go.
First playoff appearance since Tinder. First division title since Instagram.
Yeah.
First series win since the
iPhone. Yeah. I mean, these are like the historical things that are going to be funny, but at the end of the day, like it speaks to how long not just the playoff drought has been since the series drought. Like people forget that it's been since 2007.
I know, dude.
I was a freshman in high school, and now I'm soon to be 34 years old. Like, this has been a long time coming, and you and I, before the season, we went through game by game, and we said 96, maybe 97 points. Turns out they got 109.
Yeah.
Turns out they got
Crazy.
109, and they won the fucking division.
What was?
And then they went into Boston. And they went into Boston, a team that has been one of the best teams in that division for 10 plus years, and they made mincemeat of that team. Mincemeat. This is a good fucking hockey. This is a good fucking hockey team.
Josh Stone, another super chat from Jeremy. Josh Stone, think Paterka could have done that?
Wait. And the centerpiece of that deal also played tonight. Shout out Michael Kesselring.
Oh, yeah, dude. He played limited minutes tonight, but he played a very, very solid game.
Shout out to Michael Kesselring. Shout out to my who do you think won that trade?
I think the Buffalo Sabres won that trade.
Shout out to Kevin Adams. I hope he gets the Canucks GM job.
Hey, apparently the flight trader 24 says Sabres plane arrives at 12:50 a.m.
I'm not there. You better get there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go.
You better get there. You better get there.
Somebody in the other room might disagree with that, but I think I'm going to go.
You better get there.
So I Yeah, this is incredible. And so many fun chat. Like here, like, listen, I want you, the people in the chat, I want you to give me, this is the first time the Sabres have won a playoff round since ... Give me, I want to see the funny answers.
No.
And
I've got one. This is the first time the Sabres have won a playoff round since Barack Obama has been president.
that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a great one. Actually,
That's right. That's correct, right?
he was
He was
president
first.
in 2008. No, actually, dude, he was president 2008 to 2012 and 2012.
No.
No,
To 2016, he
we
had two
haven't won a
terms.
playoff round since 2007.
No. That's what I'm saying though. Like, no. Barack Obama was not president in 2007. So,
Oh, okay. I
since
see what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, since Barack Obama was the president of the United States, which feels like fucking ages ago,
I know, dude.
the Sabres, yeah, that's a good one.
Since Paul Walker was married 20 years ago. Since Jesus was a carpenter. Since January 2009. Oh, man. Sabres ex-admin just slayed the
I mean,
Bruins
how
with a
about this?
video.
I mean, it's been a while, but I think that I think we all knew what it took, right? This team has had the talent. Clearly, they've had the picks. Clearly, they've had the prospects. We needed the goaltending. And a lot of people watched the episode we had over the summer with our guy, Alex Lyon, and they heard his media interviews. They heard what he said. They heard how he talked about the game. And to have the combination of Rasmus Dahlin and Tage Thompson and Alex Tuck and Jason Zucker and Josh Doan and Beck Malenstein and a little bit of grit and Matthias Samuelsson staying healthy and Owen Power realizing everything that made him the number one overall pick and Bowen Byram being a Stanley Cup champion and the number 4 overall pick. All of that coming together as one was what we thought could be idealized, right? And
It's true.
then you get an Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen coming on strong in the second half, and then having a little bit of a rough start to the beginning of the first playoff series in 14 years. What do you know? It's the guy that we talked to over the summer that came in the last 4 games to close the series out strong. The Grizzly veteran, the Yale graduate, the fucking journeyman, Alex Lyon. I feel like I sound like his. I feel like I sound like Greg Day's brother right now. The other night after Game 4, but who else?
Shout out Anthony Day.
Who else but Alex Lyon? Who else
Who
but the
else?
guy who is the untouted, underappreciated, you're never going to make it guy that is going to bring home the series? And we've all known it forever. It was going to be the Lion King. And I couldn't be happier. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for the team. And guess what? Who we may need in the second round. That's UPL. That's Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Who knows if we're going to need him? And I know he's ready because guess what? That guy has gone through a lot of adversity in his Sabres career, and I know that he's ready at the moment's notice. And guess what? The Sabres have 2 fucking good goalies to take us to the Stanley Cup Finals.
It's true. I mean, I think there's no chance they go right back to Luukkonen for Game 1 with the way Lions
No, of
played. But
course
I
not.
get what
But
you're
like
saying.
he's ready.
Yes, 100%. Shout out to Matteo Scarpelli with the $5 super chat. Almost 23, was coloring in pre-K with no knowledge of hockey last time this happened.
Unreal. Unfucking real.
Oh man, this is insane.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm 34, Duane's 56. Like, it's been a long time.
I really love watching you guys. I miss Hockey Hotline, and you two make up for it. Thank you, Matthew. And listen, that's why we went with I'll Hang Up and Listen. It pays homage it pays homage to that show with Mike Robitaille, Brian Blessing, and that staff. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed watching them after every single Sabres game, and this is always paying homage to them. Man, the super chats keep coming in. Are you kidding me now? Now you believe it's Alex Lyon hour. I love it. Guys, this is, I appreciate the generosity, and like, keep them coming. We'll keep answering your questions and pulling your comments. There are some people I'm disappointed in not seeing in the chat. Guys who are here literally after every single game, and you think they would be here, are Byram, Owen
Are they
Power,
upset about
Stuckster.
my lack of a headband?
They might have not come on because of the lack of headband. It might have been it.
It's okay.
We should do a
I
two
mean,
goalie. You know what? I can't believe
tell
we're
you
missing
this.
out on this money. We need to
I'll
do a
tell you
two
this.
goalies, one mic headband.
We could do that. This hat I copped in Buffalo is one of my favorite Sabres hats I've gotten in a long time. Shout out
Yep.
to the Justician boys. I went to the Sabres store. I got this too. Division champs. Obviously had to get that. Had to get that. I got a koozie. I got a couple shirts. I got the hat. Yeah. Every. How about this? Every single account that has followed this team through the drought. Every content creator, every fan, every employee, every organizational member, every city of Buffalo resident. Shout out to everybody, because I think that people say like, "Oh, why do you do this? Like, why are you tuning in the middle of March to a game that doesn't mean anything against the Columbus Blue Jackets?" It's because I'm a fan of hockey, and I have been my entire life. Started skating in H2. I had 2 beer league games in the past 2 nights at 10:30 p.m. I will never not be a fan of the game of hockey. And if you don't understand it, you never will.
Dude, it's true though. It's true though. Like, 0506, the second last time they won a playoff round. I was at my senior dinner in high school. Hold on, I got the picture right here. Give me 1 second. I want to show, because this picture means a lot to me. It's one of the last pictures I have. Like, not one of the last pictures I have of me and my mom together, but this was from my senior dinner. Right here. It was a couple years before she passed away from cancer, and I'm wearing my Pat LaFontaine jersey. That was the night they got eliminated by the Carolina Hurricanes.
Fuck
And then
them.
obviously they won. They won the following year. Their final playoff round win was against the Rangers. Do you know who scored the game-winning goal of the last time they clinched a playoff round?
Last time they clinched a playoff round,
It was a deflection off a Danny Briere shot.
would have been 2007. So they would have beaten the. Was it the Rangers that?
Yes, they beat the Rangers.
So the Drury goal wasn't a clincher, correct?
No. This would have been in game 6.
No, I don't remember.
Jochen Hecht.
Let's fucking go.
Jochen Hecht scored the 5th goal and a 5-4 win over the Rangers to clinch that series.
I was gonna say the lighting finally works out here at Busby's. There's a full mini golf course, which is really cool. And I've got this like massive like I don't even know what that is. It's a Frankenstein type statue, and we've got the palm trees in the background, which is cool. But yeah, thankfully my background is finally working, which is great. Yeah, I mean, I've been in LA for almost 11 years now, and that's the majority of the drought. I moved right after college, and who knows what'll happen here in the next few months, but I eventually would love to come back to Buffalo. I think that would make a lot of sense for me. But at the end of the day, we're out here right now, and if the Sabres make the Cup Finals, I'll be back home. I'll tell you that.
The Sabres have already billed me for the second round. The notification just came through.
Well, shout out. Ago. That's the thing. You gotta go.
Yeah, they already sent me. They already charged the card.
Well, you gotta go.
No time.
You gotta go. Fuck it. Yeah. Like we're fuck it. We're going.
Yep. Sabres haven't won a playoff game since the Xbox 360 and the PS3 was out.
Don't love
another
it.
One.
Don't love that, Rakeen. Don't love that.
It's crazy.
I don't love that.
Since you could smoke in bowling alleys.
Guess the price of gas in Los Angeles.
Right now?
Yeah.
475.
609.
What?
Somebody look up the price of gas in 2007.
Oh my God.
I filled my tank last night. $85 to fill my tank.
That's insanity. That's insanity.
Yeah.
Shout out politicians. It's great.
Well, I mean, yeah. We're not going to get into that, but I'll
Not
tell you
getting that.
this:
No,
it's
but
a different time than it was 19 years ago.
that's 100%. 19 years ago, gas was under $202 a gallon, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So, who do we want? Who is a better matchup, Tampa or the Habs? We already went over that. Definitely Tampa. We took
How
7
about
out of
this?
8.
I do got to get out of here soon, but before we do that, let's break down the second round.
Okay, yeah. So they forced a game 7. We're just gonna we'll start with Tampa. You give your thoughts on Tampa and that matchup. I'll give my thoughts on it, and then we'll go right to Montreal.
Number one, fuck Tampa. Number two, I think that we are in their heads, and we have been all season. I think that we match it better with them, given that they're older and that we're faster. I think their only advantage theoretically would be Andre Vasilevsky, but I don't think it's the same Andre Vasilevsky that we've known for the past 5 years or so. I think that the fan advantage is a real thing. Like not having half of the building filled with Montreal fans, I think every single Sabres fan should be rooting for the Lightning to win at home in Game 7 on maybe it's Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't love the matchup with Montreal. I think it's it's the only team in the NHL that's younger than the Sabres. I think they have a significant amount of skill. The Sabres have struggled with the Canadians, not only this season, but in the past 3 seasons. They match our speed. They match our skill. Cole Caulfield is a fucking menace. He can score a goal at any single moment. Lane Hudson's incredible. Their goaltending's not amazing, but they do a good job defensively. I very much would rather play the Tampa Bay Lightning. And what better storyline would it be after the 8-7, after all the shit that happened down in Tampa Bay, after all the shit talk online between Sabres and Lightning fans? I think it would be an incredible second round matchup. And if it is Montreal, it is Montreal. Like, fuck it. Like, we'll ball. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter who it is. But at the end of the day, I'd rather it be Tampa.
I agree. I thought like the matchup. I think they're slower. I think we're faster. I don't want to hear shit about who's tougher and who's not tougher because
And Sam Carrick might be back too.
Yeah, exactly. That's huge. That's huge. Like people don't. I mean, Johnny Lazarus. I remember when we traded for him, he told me we're gonna love him. The guy's a beast. Like he is a beast, and he proved it. He became almost like a folklore hero with the Sabres in his short time with us so far. The guy Ricky Stanicki, just an absolute beauty and a guy who could fix your face-off problem pretty quickly.
I got a hole in one on that hole. Oh, sorry. I was talking to people that were playing mini golf. You guys want to know how I got a hole in one on that hole?
Let's hear it.
I banked it off there and then like over that thing. Yeah. Sorry. This is important information.
No, it's fine, but are people still are there still Sabres fans in the bar?
It's a combination of Sabres fans and also just it being like a Friday night in LA. There's a ton of people here. But we're going out after this. I've got a Sabres fan actually. If there are anybody listening in LA, a buddy of mine who is the cousin of my girlfriend, he is playing a show tonight in Santa Monica, down at Jameson's on Main Street. It starts in about 45 minutes. We're gonna go there and we're gonna celebrate a little bit. And he's a drummer, and we're gonna hang out and it's gonna be a great time. And that goes for anybody for the second round as well. If anybody is out in LA that's listening, we're going to be here at Busby's West on Santa Monica Boulevard for the entire second round. I live a block away. If anybody wants to come over pregame, oh, you were so close. You don't have it though. I haven't been here for the playoffs, but I was even here throughout March and the beginning of April. We've got a good crowd out here, and it's a great place to gather, and I think that goes for cities around the country. I've connected with a guy recently, the Philly Sabres backers. They've got people over there. I know people in New York have been watching the team. We've got people in Chicago. We got people all over, and I think that speaks to the Bills backers culture, which has existed for a long time. A lot of people have moved away from Buffalo for a variety of different reasons, like myself, but still love the city and support the city and support the teams. So do whatever you can, because this team and the city needs love, and what better time to give it?
Yep. You beat Swayman for the hole in one. I love it. How about this tweet? How about this comment right here? Now remember, my son lost his virginity after the Max goal.
Oh, let's fucking go. How about it? How about it?
Shout out to your son.
I mean, okay, how about that? I'm going to log off after that.
The iPhone and Netflix came out when the Sabres last won a series.
Hey, you keep it going. Maybe before the second round, we'll do a better, more composed recap podcast. How about that?
Sounds good to me, bud. You have a
All
good
right.
one.
Love you, buddy. Go Sabres.
See you later. Go Sabres. So there's Hurls. Oh, there he goes. Now we're out of here, but I'm still. Hold on. Let's see here. No, I think that's good right there. There we go. Shout out to you, Hurls, bud. Be safe. What a night. However, his video is still going for whatever reason. There we go. Had to get him out of there. Yeah, man, it was about it too much. How underappreciated, at least with some fans, I think that Zach Benson is, man. Zach Benson has been incredible for this hockey team, this series. And I said it at the start, and I really truly believe it. I think Alex Lyon is your overall MVP, but from a forward standpoint, I'm going to say it's Zach Benson. He did everything right this series. He instigated, he hit, he made plays, he scored. He was incredible for this team. And I had a comment here from Mauricio, which I'm not sure if you're still watching, bud. I haven't seen you comment. Let me see if I can find it here. Kesselring and Timmons out, ideas for second round. I want to see if I can find Mauricio's comment from earlier. He made a comment about Benson. Can't quite find it. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. Watched all 15 seasons. Speaking of which, Lightning second round opponents guaranteed from Mauricio. Here's another one from Mauricio. Hurls, I'm coming to sunny California to celebrate having a beach surf party. I'll bring the harem. You can bring the San Fernando Valley girls. I don't know what that's all about, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I got to find, and I missed some comments in here while we were all celebrating. Here we go. Finally, close the garage door. Benson scored. Amen. Hallelujah. Miracles happen. He has scored more than once in this series, by the way. Sabres are moving on to the second round, learning on the job to close play, OT, be optimistic, finish, baby. Listen, and whether you want to agree with me or not, I know there are some Zach Benson haters out there. They don't like how big he is, this, that, or the other. He has been their best forward, in my opinion, this entire series. You can argue with me, debate about it. He drew a bunch of penalties, important penalties. He got in their heads. Look what McAvoy was ready to do at the end of this game to Zach Benson. Like he one-handed swung at him. He was in their grills all game. He was in Swayman's face every single game. He wasn't afraid. He played fearless. Zach Benson, for me, is by and far the Sabres MVP from a forward standpoint of this entire series. The guy just knows how to play playoff hockey. And what's funny is he was born in 2005. Like that season, the 05-06 season, was the second last time the Sabres won a playoff round, which is crazy. Crazy if you think about it. But I can't believe just that we finally made it here, man. All the shit that this fan base has been through, all the garbage we've put up with, the mediocre seasons, the miserable seasons, just, looking at draft prospects by Thanksgiving or Christmas, mailing it on the season as early as we have sometimes. And to have a season like this where they get out, like Hurls said, 109 points, where they were and win the division. to win the division. Nobody called this. Nobody. Absolutely nobody called this. However, like in our preseason, our season preview show, like I think Hurls and me, it was either 96 and 98 points we each predicted when we went up and down the schedule. I mean, we were far off, but like we still felt like that was a playoff worthy season. And to get 109 points from this roster, man, insane. So insane. And I'm proud as hell of this hockey team. How can you not be? Honestly, God, how can you not be? What they were able to accomplish this year is nothing short of extraordinary. Just the play you got from Zach Benson, Tage Thompson, again, another 40-goal season. Alex Tuch, pay him. Pay him, pay him, pay him. Rasmus Dahlin. Just what he went through in the offseason and how he played this season. That is a guy, in my opinion, who should win the Norris Trophy. He should. He should get a lot of votes. If he doesn't win, he should get a lot of votes. He should get MVP votes too, because that's how important he was to this team. Yeah, he may have not scored over 120 points like McDavid does every single year. But listen, find me a more important player to his team than Rasmus Dahlin. It's hard to. It's hard to find players that, by definition, who is the most valuable player to their team, to their success. This team might not make the playoffs without Rasmus Dahlin, and that's not a knock on him. And you could probably say the same about Tage Thompson and to Alex Tuch, but I think it means the most when it comes to Dahlin. I truly do. It's not always about who scores the most points in the season. Shouldn't always be the glamour, the stats-driven award. I think Dahlin was so integral to this team being as successful as they were this year. People who say Bouchard should get Norris because of points, but where is Bouchard now? Another disappointing end to an Oilers season. They didn't even get out of the first round. All the way from the rants from last year and this October, what a riot, and it ain't over yet. Shout out Jaybird. 100%, man. And the glue guys too. You're like, again, he only played a short amount of time before getting hurt, but Sam Carrick, Beck Malenstein, McLeod, how important they've all been to this hockey team. Blocking shots, throwing hits, Malentown, the band will be up game 1. Look for it. It'll be updated. Just the glue guys that really, bring this team together and bring that locker room together. And I'm so fucking excited, guys. I can't stress it enough. This has been a wild, wild ride. We're going to go into the locker room, again, brought to you by, actually, before we do that, I want to give a couple of shout outs. Shout out to my buddy Frank and his son Benny. Saw them out the street tonight, or walking his son and their dog over on Borden Road. He was wearing his throwback Sabres goat head jersey. Did the honk, let's go Buffalo to him. Got to meet his son Benny. He's a huge Sabres fan. Told me his favorite player is Owen Power. I don't know how some of you might feel about that, but hey, he likes Owen Power, but then he rattled off a couple other players too. But shout out to him and Frank. True to the crest Sabres fans, a new Sabres fan. And it's those kids too that I'm most excited for, because they're coming into a team that's a winning hockey team at such a young age and getting to experience Sabres hockey. And now him getting to experience this team, he's hooked for life now. He is absolutely hooked for life. Yeah. Also another fun stat. Since 05-06, playoff round wins. The Toronto Maple Leafs 2, the Buffalo Sabres 5. And the Sabres haven't made the playoffs in 14 years. Eat shit, Toronto! I love some of you Leafs fans, but I got to get a couple jabs in when I can. If you need advice on how to, close out a series against Boston, come holler at your boy. We can show you. Anthony used to live on Borden Road. Hey, I grew up on Borden Road, 603. Probably shouldn't have said that. How many people go into my dad's house? But yeah, he had the giant key. He had a giant key on for a mailbox on his street. Some of you may have seen that mailbox. Josh Doan, an absolute dog. How about a hustle to get to that puck, to feed it to Benson for that goal? Just absolute dog. Hustle, hustled, skated his balls off to get to that puck, to feed it to Benson. What an effort. What an effort. He really came on in the last 2 games. Just incredible. Just incredible performance, top to bottom, from this entire hockey team, to say the least. So I'm going to go to Inside the Locker Room, brought to you again by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from at 7 different Western New York locations. If you need a beer, get to Fatty Beer. Let them know that 2 goalies, 1 Mike sent you. If you need to celebrate a Sabres win, a pregame for a Sabres game, I highly suggest the Mango Wheat on tap. It's one of their best beers. But definitely get over to any of the locations, 7 or maybe 8 locations now for Fatty Beer all across Western New York. Got a lot of comments here from inside the locker room. We'll start with Marco Sturm, head coach of the Boston Bruins. Sturm says his players care. His players have character, but they came up short. Says the offense has been challenged. Going to be a tough. The offense has been challenged going to the tough areas. Says playoff goals are scored in the paint, and they didn't get there. Says Buffalo scored a lot of their goals in the paint. Sturm says he told his team that it sucks, it hurts, but he reminded them what kind of season they had. Says no one thought they would make the playoffs. Tuck on the series win. We're hoping it's just the start. Darlene, I liked how we attacked the series. Says he was really happy considering how many players that were making their playoff debuts. We have good things ahead. Tuck says the puck was bobbling a lot on Darlene, and it was really special play by him to find him in front of on the opening goal. Tuck says Doan made an unbelievable play to set up Benson. He's a dog. He loves hunting the puck. Tuck, it's one step in the right direction. Every team sets out of training camp to hoist the Stanley Cup. That is our goal as well. Lindy Ruff says, part of it is getting to the playoffs. Part A is getting to the playoffs. Part B is having success when you get there. Says to beat Boston in a row where Boston has been good at home this year, it was great. Lindy Ruff says they thought they started the third maybe a little bit nervous, but as the period went on, they found their game. Says the Benson goal was a big lift. Lindy Ruff says about talking to the team before the game today, I told them we are going to win the game and win the series. Lindy Ruff, I would have really wanted this game to be in Buffalo, said it would have been special. Ruff says Lyon made 3 or 4 saves in the first period that were game changers. Says Lyon covered up some mistakes in the game. Says all the goalies have done this job for them all year. Ruff on the McAvoy slash. Says you don't want to see a guy take a chop at a guy at the end of the game. Says it's raw emotion. Alex Lyon says the game was fun, tiring, and it was a long day, but says they came out ready to play, playing the right way, blocking shots. I'm just really happy. And wow. Lyon says he feels good for the city, the fans, and the guys who have been here for a while. Says he's proud of all the guys. Lyon says they came with the right mindset. Says this is all fresh territory for a lot of them. Doan says it's an exciting time. A little bit of nerves to start the third, knowing what was at stake, but I think we handled it pretty well. Doan says they know how effective they can be when they play fast. There might be some more comments coming in. Oh, there are more comments coming in. Doan says it's a race for the puck. Says there's a chance to get hit pretty hard, and he did get. If you guys saw, he got hit pretty hard. He had slow getting up. He didn't celebrate immediately. Says he saw Benny call for it. Says he didn't see it go in the net. Doan says there's a lot of confidence on hold. Doan says they have a lot of confidence on holding on to leads late. Says even with mistakes, our system is set up to cover one another. And that might be it for the post-game quotes. I'll keep you updated. But that, again, was brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room. Also, shout out to Impulse Physical Therapy of Western New York. Hey, Western New York, it's time to ditch the physical therapy clinics that treat you like you are just another number and step into a world where you are at the center of your care. Impulse is owned and operated by Buffalo's only sports certified physical therapist. They work one-on-one with science-backed technology, force plates, and 3D motion analysis to help you exceed and become the best and strongest version of yourself. So come and experience the Impulse difference today and mention this for a discounted $77 assessment. So remember, if you mention that you are a fan of Two Goalies, One Mic, you get yourself a free match protector from, I'm sorry, I jumped from one ad into another. So my apologies. That was my bad. But if you mention again that you are a fan of Two Goalies, One Mic, you do get yourself a free $77 assessment from Extreme Discount Mattress. So exciting stuff. And I want to bring up a video here too for Extreme Discount Mattress. Again, shout out to them. They've been a very loyal, a great sponsor for us this year. You guys have shown up and shown out, no doubt, to support them. And I hope you guys keep doing it. Let me see if I can bring up this video. They're going to make me download it here. I don't know if I can. Let's see here. Because I've been trying to, let's see here, share. I don't know how this works. I don't know. This is weird. Well, I could probably bring it up. Yeah, hold on. Sorry, guys. See if I can bring it up on the screen here. This is awkward. This is awkward. I should have did this before the show, and I don't know why I didn't. For all you watching on YouTube, let's see here. Add to drive. Let's see here. Has been added to Google Drive. Okay, I don't know how to do that. Don't know how to do that. I don't know how that works. So, oh, here we go. Let's see if this works. Okay. Download. Let's see if it works, guys. See if it works. So I can show you the new and improved discount. Oh, I think it's going to work. I didn't just, I don't know what I just did. Let's see if I can get it to work. I hope it does work. Downloads. Oh. Is it going to work? We're going to find out right now. While we celebrate this Sabres victory. So I apologize. I'm just trying to upload the new Extreme Discount Mattress ad. Funny story. Flying back from Vegas from work, somehow my bag up in the upper compartment got soaking wet either by somebody else's bag or there was water up there. So I had to go by myself because my MacBook was in my bag and it experienced water damage, hoping I can air it out and maybe sell it on Marketplace or something later on. But I had to go purchase myself a brand new MacBook today so I can even do this post-game show. Because unfortunately, I did not have the warranty anymore and they couldn't get it replaced. So had to drop a little $2,000 bag at the Apple store today to get myself a new laptop. But again, before we get to the final ad read, let me see. My final thoughts are this. I don't care. I do not care who it is, whether it's Tampa, whether it's Montreal, whomever it might be. Bring it on. Obviously, the better matchup there is Tampa Bay, like Hurls said earlier. We took 7 out of 8 points from them. We can match them physically. We can outskate them. I think we're more talented. Yeah, Kucherov is an MVP candidate every single season. They are deep up and down their lineup, but I just think we're better, and we've proven that time and time again. So bring either of them on. I think the more challenging team would definitely be Montreal, but neither of these teams scare me. No team. And honestly, the biggest dream scenario is to get Carolina in the conference finals, Dallas in the finals. You could literally crush 2 demons of your past in one playoff run. Bring it on. Like, give me that. I don't know how you guys feel, but give me that. Carolina in the conference finals, and then Dallas in the finals. And I'm ready to see Lazzy get that tattoo. And shout out to our final sponsor, Extreme Discount Mattress, Western York's finest selection of mattress adjustable beds featuring the cool gel memory foam, two-sided mattress, Telelatex, organic mattress, Chenimals, and of course, Scott Living. And all for 1/3 to half the supposed sale prices anywhere. So stop in across their 7 locations, any of the 7 locations across Western New York, or check out their website, extrememattress.com. That is extreme with an X. If you're looking for more savings, check out the new closeout center at 1625 Walden Avenue in Cheektowaga, up to 80% off their already low prices. Save a fortune on one-of-a-kinds, closeouts, and floor samples. You can get a quality mattress for literally pennies on the dollar. Extreme Discount Mattress. We sell mattresses for less, a lot less. And remember, if you mention you're a fan of Two Goalies, One Mike, get yourself a free mattress protector with the purchase of any mattress. So my final thoughts are this, and I'm sure Hurls can speak for this too. Change nothing unless you're bringing Sam Carrick or Noah Ostlund back in the lineup. Nothing should change. I know Kessering, and you might, maybe Logan Stanley is a matchup dependent. I thought Kessering was good tonight. I could maybe see them taken out, but from your forward perspective, until Sam Carrick or Noah Ostlund gets back in, you change nothing about these lines. Change nothing. Keep this going. I think this roster as it sits is a good matchup for either one of those teams. And just one last time. Oh, Dallas is out. I didn't even realize that. Well, I'm an idiot. Oh, that's right. The wild, I'm sorry. Well, that would have been my dream scenario. For sure. I forgot Dallas is out. I'm an idiot. Listen, I've been in Vegas all week. I haven't been paying much attention to anything but the Sabres. I watched game 5 at the casino. I forgot. Yeah, Minnesota, or Quinn Hughes scored that highlight reel goal. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I meant Minnesota. It would have been nice, dream scenario, to close things out against Dallas, without a doubt. Yes, I know. As you are telling me, Dallas is up. I agree. See, I'm an idiot. That would have been my dream scenario, though. I remember I watched the goal live too. The Quinn Hughes goal, which was incredible. But my dream scenario would have been Carolina in the conference finals and Dallas in the finals to just really just crush 2 demons of the past right then and there. But hey, whoever it is in the finals, bring them on. How great is beat Boston in a clinching game and the anniversary of May Day? Yeah, we forgot to mention that today is the anniversary of May Day, one of the greatest playoff calls from a game-winning goal in NHL history. It's all good, Duane. We forgive you. I appreciate that. Hey, they will need the depth, Logan Stanley, when you need him. Hey, I don't know. I mean, Lindy likes Stanley. He wouldn't have played him 5 out of 6 games if he didn't. They will need the depth, though, for sure. You win this next series on speed, being aggressive, and hopefully figuring out that power play. I don't know what you got to do with this short amount of time you're going to get off here, but figure out that power play, because that's going to be key. You can't have another series where you only score, I think, 1 power play goal. I think they scored 1. Can't have that happen again. No way. I mean, I guess you can count the 1-2 because they scored it with like 1 or 2 seconds after the penalty expired. So pretty much was a power play goal. But I did like what I saw from their power play today. They were getting pucks to the net. They were getting bodies in net. But Swayman just saw a lot of pucks. And, if he sees the puck, he's gonna stop it. So with that being said, guys. Woo! Woohoo! The Buffalo Sabres have advanced to the second round. For the first time, the Sabres have made the playoffs for the first time in the history of this podcast and won a playoff round in the history of this podcast. And this feels incredible. And I am so appreciative of all of you, people who have been in the chat, people who have been rocking with us since day one, who've stuck by us, who have been here through thick and thin. Shout out to all of you, because you guys mean a lot to us. This show wouldn't be worth doing without all of you. It really wouldn't be. The hard years of this podcast where we would come on this show after a win, or after a loss, after a miserable loss or after a miserable season, and try and explain away the game or the season. And having you guys here in the chat has always been helpful to get through it. And honestly, and I owe it to you to keep this show going, because I don't think we would have kept it going if we didn't have the chat that we have to vent with, to celebrate, to cry with. You guys have really made it worth it through all of this. I owe the success of this show as much as we can give it to my team, myself, Hurls, and our Jeff, Sam, producer Steve, intern Joey, Alex, built in Buffalo, all of it. All of you guys. Who am I forgetting? Sean, Chris, Chuck, just all you guys who have been through it with us. The passion you guys have shown to help make this show a better show. The passion you guys have shown in the chat, again, since we brought this team together this past year, but for the most part, Joe Marie, my buddy Joe, Jimmy, all of you, man. Robert, intern Rob, you guys have made this show better for having been a part of it. Mike Flatley, you guys have been, made this show better, helped me make this show better. And all of you guys in the chat have made this show worth doing. No doubt about it. Here we are all, Duane, you're the best, man. I appreciate it, dude. The show appreciates it. You guys are the best. You really, really, really are. I met some cool Sabres fans at the hotel. Through my work rally. Let me see here. I wrote some names down too of guys to give a shout out to. If you just bear with me for one moment, I can pull them up. But shout out to Brandon, who's a Leafs fan, who's on the Sabres bandwagon with us. Shout out to you, Jake, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Jake Nicholas. You and your dad, I believe your dad's name was Dave, maybe, or Dan, who is a longtime Sabres fan out of Winnipeg. Shout out to you guys. I met a woman at the airport. I want to say her name was, God, I might butcher her name, and I apologize. Edie, maybe. If you watch this, you want to leave a comment and correct me on that name. It was an E name, I believe. It wasn't Edna, it was the Edie, or I'll think of it. And if I can't remember it, I'll make sure I shout it out next episode. Actually, I'll text somebody who might know it in the meantime. Sabres fan. So she was super nice, and I'd love to give her a shout out too. But shout out to all of you guys who've been in the chat, who have come up to myself or Hurls the past couple of years and said you love the podcast, because you guys, again, in the chat, and all you've made this show worth doing. No doubt about it. And shout out to the Buffalo Sports Idiots. You guys are absolute beauties. Shout out to the Goat Head Glory Days chat. You guys are absolute beauties. And again, shout out to my team. Not Edith. No, I don't know. I can't remember the name. It was an E name for sure. And it was Ellen. Some E names that I can remember. If anyone can bring them up in the chat, maybe I'll remember. But I can't remember the name. What was it? I hate doing this. I hate forgetting people's names. But she was at the sub shop and we were talking for a little bit, and she said she was going to subscribe to the podcast. She could be listening right now or at some point, and she's going to hate me for butchering this, but shout out to you. I will remember it. And if I do remember it, when I do remember it, I'll give you a shout out. But on to the second round. Let's go Sabres. Let's go Buffalo. Shout out to all of you. I'll get out of here. I'll hang up and listen. And as always, go Sabres.